Hey guys, it's Susie. Welcome back to my channel. It's nice to meet you if I haven't already met you before. So this video, I decided I just wanted to roast myself. So we're gonna open up a trip that I went to in junior year of high school. It was an educational trip to Europe. And it was a lot of fun, but I took a lot of pictures and I'm gonna record the screen as I go through them. So let's get to roasting. Okay, so I'm just gonna scroll through the main album and then, oh, yep, that's the other cat. I'm gonna scroll through the main album and then I'm gonna select random ones and make fun of myself. Alright, so let's get this QuickTime recorder started. Alright, so we live. Let's get it. Okay, so here I am, all happy to go on the trip. Okay, I got my little tracks in and extensions. That's me at the airport, looking like a beanstalk. You know how I do. I have 800 pictures. So this is the whole group that went. I feel like some people left. I can't really remember. It was only 4 years ago, but I couldn't tell you. I know most of their names, but I'm not gonna tell you their names. But this was the group that we went with. That's me on the plane to New York, from Miami to New York. This isn't a roast. I'm telling you about the trip now. Okay. Yo, let me show y'all something. I wanted to look so cute. Oh, look at me, I got my tea and I got my little healthy wrap. When I tell you this shit was so expensive and so nasty, I still had to hey, stop it. I still had to post the pictures because I'm still gonna post the picture because I still pay for it. But that thing was nasty, and I really thought I was doing something, but I mean, oh, and then this one, I saw this one earlier, and they low-key pissed me off. I was like, girl, you're really trying to show out. Ooh, look at me on the toilet, in the bathroom, in the hotel, just chilling, unless that shit made out of, platinum or solid gold, do we really care what your bathroom looks like? I'm just saying. But I didn't need to upload this picture of the croissant. Moving on. And then here we are in Switzerland, and I'm just taking random pictures of everything and everyone. I had no sense of photography at the time because I had a camera. I don't remember what kind of camera. Oh no, it was a Canon HS something. I sold it. And then I got this camera, but I didn't have it at the time, obviously. But I had the Canon one, and then I had my phone, which is an iPhone 5S, which was, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the iPhone 10. Not that I have the iPhone 10, but anyway, off track. This was the little list that the instructor gave us. Not the instructor, she was a tour guide, but not a tour guide. It was like I said, it was an educational program, so it was her job to take us around all these countries and teach us stuff. So she was kind of our teacher, our inside man, pretty much, because she was from Europe. So that's how they did that. But yeah, all my German I know from here. And then these are in the mountains in Austria. I'm so happy I took a picture of literally everything because I don't remember anything like that really. I remember the homestay, and the power went out once when I was washing my hair, and my friend scared me, the girl that was staying in the room with me. Ice cream, I took a picture of food even if it was nasty. This was so disgusting that that pink stuff looks like it tastes good, but honey, it had no kind of flavor. It was just, everything was just ooh, let me not talk shit, don't burn bridges. It just wasn't in my flavor palette. That's all I'm saying. Keep it pushing. All right, next photo. Yo, I got those glasses from H&M, and it's like, they have H&M in America. You could get H&M glasses anywhere, but I had to get them just because they were H&M in, I don't even remember what country, because Switzerland. No, I remember, because I made a big deal about it. Those are my shades from Switzerland. Those shades are foreign, okay? Can't nobody tell me nothing. Oh, the homestay. I might just switch this up into a story time, to be honest. But, okay, so pretty much what happened was, in this European extravaganza, let's spend 3 weeks going to 7 different countries in Europe, we had a homestay in Germany. The name of the city, or like the area, was called Weissenhorn, and this is me in the convertible of the girl that we had the homestay with. But pretty much everybody knows the legal drinking age in Germany, if it's not like spirits or like the hard stuff, is I think 16. Don't quote me on that. I think it's 16. And I had just turned 16. I had turned 16 July 2nd, and it was a summer trip. So we actually ended up going to a party because the girl happened to be graduating, and all her friends were like of my age or like older. So, you know, they were already like turning up, so to speak. But I wasn't. Like, even in America, I was not going to parties. I was not even going to the movies like that. I was just about my schoolwork, and so if I didn't, shit wasn't gonna be nice. I was gonna have to hear about it, so made sure I stayed on top of my books. But, you know, so that was my first time getting drunk. It was in Germany, and I'm so happy that I've had these experiences, because I low-key was sitting here feeling like, dang, I'm just watching shows all day, I'm not doing anything. Then I'm looking back at these pictures, I'm like, yo, I can't believe I actually convinced my parents to spend $7,000 on an educational trip, and everything worked out with fundraising and all that, and I was able to go to Europe in high school, like junior year. Like, at the time, I was like so proud, like, and it wasn't like, okay, you pay the money and then we're gonna see you at the airport. You had to go to the classes every month. A Sunday out of the month, you had to go to the class, and you had to pretty much just like, you know, learn about what it is you're gonna be doing there. It's basically like culture awareness. Like it was a presidential program, and it was just trying to like make you aware of cultures and give you experiences in other cultures, where it's not like, oh, but what if she gets kidnapped and la la la, like exposing you to culture at a young age. Distractable. Exposing you to culture at a young age without the fear of, oh, but what if this happens, because it was a very safe program. At no point did we ever feel like endangered or anything. And we were a bunch of kids from America and like another country, in other countries. So anyways, I'm gonna blur the faces out for the sake of, you know, privacy or whatever, but at this party, they had all kinds of liquor. They had beer, they had white stuff. Mind you, everything's in German, and I didn't know about alcohol at the time, so I'm like, okay, it's a party, there's stuff to drink. They have like punch, they like went all out, and it was like in some kind of like forest thing, like it was crazy. And they had like this barn, kind of wooden, it was, I don't know, here's a picture, but I'm gonna blur his face out. But that's one of the dudes that I ended up kissing that night, because I was like off my stuff. And to me, for some reason, anytime I've had alcohol, well, not anytime, but like when I drank when I wasn't supposed to, kisses just always seem like hugs to me. Just like, oh, affection, like, mwah, mwah. It wasn't like, oh yeah, come here or anything, because I hadn't done anything like that. So it was like, you know, just innocent, but it's annoying, because it's like, imagine somebody who's like hugging you the entire time, and it's just like, okay, haha. Like, you hug them back, but it's kind of like, stop touching me. Yeah, yeah. And then there was one dude I ended up making out with, which is him. We actually had like we were like, I thought he was gonna be like, oh, you know, you go to Europe and you meet a guy and you kiss and it's like a connection and like you talk and then, you know, you become something. So I was trying to force that based off the movies that I saw. And what I didn't realize is that European people are very blunt as compared to like Americans. Like that whole political correctness stuff, at least in my experience, they're gonna tell you how it is. Like they're just gonna tell you how it is. So he was pretty much just like, you know, name calling and pretty much just say he want to cut ties because it don't make no sense and la 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 la. So I think he was just drunk and I was just drunk, but it was two different drunks. Like, oh, let's just eliminate alcohol from the equation. But yeah, quick little story time of my first time getting sloshed in Germany. But German beer is very good. Like, I didn't like beer in my experience of tasting beer. I didn't like it until I went to Germany. And then suddenly I was like a beer advocate. I'm like, oh, I like beer. And I would feel so like cool because all other girls would be like, when I got to college, all the other girls would be like, oh, I don't like beer, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, I like beer. And then they'd be like, the girls would be like, ill, but the guys would be like, hey, all right, like, you know. Like, it wasn't like, oh, she's being snooty. And I'm not trying to get kicked out over, like, free alcohol. Take what you can get, especially if you can't even walk and get your own shit. Like, you better, at least that's how I see it. But, that's me and my friend. I'll put her YouTube down below. Actually, she just started a channel. And that was the ice. It's so creepy right now. I'm bugging. But we have our little Germany hats on. It says Deutschland around the hat. It's like a bucket hat because they were in at the time, and I was like, this was like after the whole drinking and then the whole homestay was over. But I was like, oh my gosh, I love Germany because I got to be like an adult and it was like a real experience, and it has the name of the country on the hat in the original like language, and it was a bucket hat, and I don't know where it is anymore. I don't think I have it, unfortunately. As good as I am at saving things that mean something to me, I couldn't tell you where it's at. But we were on the Cobblins. We were in. She said it was pronounced C-O with the two dots on top, L-N, and then that was the name of the city. I just can't pronounce it. Like, I'm usually good at pronouncing stuff, but pass. We were in the Black Forest. Oh, this one I wanted to talk about because, look, it says, Mr. Right, please be quick to come. I wish a happy and colorful life in the near future. And